Now, within this technique, what we're going to do is we're going to show you some blending, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pick out some of that colour. So it's a bit like flow bleaching effects that we're doing. So we're going to pick out some of the colour on the butterflies, as well as using the pipettes with some of the water, whereas we can take away that colour. So what I'm going to do first is I've just taken a piece of our watercolour cardstock where it comes without that watermark effect on the background. Then what I'm just going to do is using one of the stamp sets. So I'm just going to be using the butterfly set. Of course, you can mix and match if you so wish. So we're just going to peel all that off. We're going to take the larger butterfly, and then you could be using your stamping mat. I've got my rocker blocks just here. So what I'm going to do is I've popped that on, then I've just taken our Finesse waterproof dye ink, because we're going to be going over this with water as well as the sparkle inks, so we'll want that to be waterproof. So let's just give this a good coverage. Now, this is a good technique and good demo to follow, in the fact that you don't need to do anything specific, you don't need to be neat, you don't need to be tidy, you can go straight over on any angles. So all that I'm just going to do with the butterfly here is I'm going to go down over the bottom. So as we can see just there, how we've got the butterfly just peeping up from that bottom corner. Then we're going to repeat that again. So I'm just going to stamp the butterfly, giving that a good coverage. Now I am using the black, but of course you could use maybe some of the browns, you could use maybe the greys. It's entirely up to yourself. So again, then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to position my cardstock, then I'm just going to roll and rock my rocker blocks, just like that. Then that now gives us that background effect. Even just like that, that looks absolutely stunning. However, what I've done just beforehand is I've then just repeated that, but then taken some of these small accent stamps. These all come within that stamp set, and I've just done a bit of a collage, my own collage there on that background. So then what I can do is, if I just take some of this excess ink off my glass cutting mat. The joy with the glass cutting mat is you're able to do this. So let's move that to the side. Then what I'm just going to do for this one here is taking some water, so this is just some plain tap water. Then all that I'm just going to do is I'm just going to give this a nice coverage. So we're just going to go over the back. Now, with this being our watercolour card, it enables you to do this technique, and because we've used the waterproof dye ink pad from Finesse, that also enables you to do this technique too without any of those colours seeping. So then what I'm just going to do is I'm going to take my three colours. So I'm going to use the aquamarine, the moonlight, as well as the pink garnet. So I'm not going to shake them, but what I am just going to do, just onto my mat, I've just got all three under my hand, and I'm just going to go in circular motions just to activate that sparkle within the ink. So then what we're just going to do is if I just take this first one, so we're going to use the pink garnet. So if we just take that off, so what we'll actually do to start with is let's take all of these ones. So we'll just take all the lids off. So let's go for the yellow first, which is the moonlight. Then we're going to go for the pink garnet. Then we're going to go for the aquamarine. So if we just pop them there ready to go. So what I'm then just going to do is just add just that wee bit more water again, just to get that water inside there, so we're ready to do the technique. So then I'm just going to pick some of that yellow up. I say yellow, it's the moonlight. Just picking that up on the back of my paintbrush, and we're just going to go over the top. Now, if I want to add more colour, then I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go just that wee bit further down. So we're starting with your deeper shades going into your lighter. Then what I'm going to do is just picking a wee bit more water up onto my brush, and I'm just going to pick up some of that excess just there. I'm going to pick that up with the pink garnet. Now look at that. Look how that colour just instantly goes on. So once again, I'm just going to pop some water onto my paintbrush just like this. Then I'm going to pick up some of the aquamarine, and then I'm just going to go down to the bottom just here. Add that colour on. You can go back, add some more if you want. Then even then, what you can do is just pick up some more water onto your brush, and then just start to really pull that water out. Keep going in, start to blend it in if you want. When it comes to this pink, the pink garnet, I'm just going to add just a wee bit more onto my brush because I want it a wee bit more intense. So we're just going to carry on just like so. Then I'm just going to start to blend that pink garnet into the moonlight, just like that. So if I come all the way down, then you can see there, if I just pop these lids on for now, we can see how we're able to get that full colour from one to the mid to the bottom. So if I just pick that one up just like that, we're going to dry that off. So as we can see just there, we've got all that colour just like that. So if I set that to the side for the time being, now you would come along with your water, you've got your spray bottle within your box as well. So you would use that and just pick up some of this colour onto your watercolour card and create all these backgrounds. But obviously for time, we will just wipe that off. So if I bring that image back in again, and then I'm just going to dry this off. So I'm just going to get that heat going. Now what you're going to see at the very end is we're going to show you a demo that I'd already done. Same design, I followed the same way, however, real more intense colour. Actually, while we're drying off, look at that, can you see that just there? So that's the same colours that I've used, however, I've gone in a lot deeper. Even with the orange at the top, this is the moonlight, and we've just added some of the pink garnet there, just really broken down the colours. So it shows you that you've got your three colours, how you can change them though by adding and mixing and matching. So there we go. So as we just dry that off, just like so, then what I'm going to do is if I move that one out the way, I move that one out the way as well. So just pop them to the side. So then what I'm going to do is I've just taken another paintbrush. This is a smaller fine tip one. Then I'm also just going to take another bit of kitchen roll that I've got here to the side. So what I'm going to do, this is faux bleaching now. So I'm just going to go into some areas of these butterflies, just onto the wing. So I'm just pulling some of that colour out with the water. So I'm just loading my paintbrush up with some water, and then I'm just picking out some of that colour. So this is what faux bleaching is. So picking it all out, activating that more with some of the water, and you're just making it a lot lighter. So you can go in certain areas, you can go in detailed areas, it's entirely up to yourself. So if we move over onto this side, so just keep activating it with the water on the tip of the brush, and then just keep dabbing away. So we're pulling that water away with the brush, and then what we're doing is we're just picking up that excess colour up with the kitchen roll. So if we just start to pick some of that one up just like that. So we'll do that a wee bit more, and then what we're going to do is show you how that looks. So if we even just go up to this small butterfly, just doing exactly the same. So I'm just picking out the butterfly wings with my water brush, just with water on it. And you can see, as if I pick it all up, we're starting to take that colour away. So if I show you that one, if I move that closer in for you to see, you can see now how we've got the butterfly, you can see with the wings, and you can see how we've started to pull the colour away with the water as well as the paintbrush. Same on this side just here, and then same further up with the small butterfly. However, what you can also do, using your spritz bottle that comes within the box as well, or even just using the pipettes. Now you can use the pipettes with your sparkle inks. I'm just going to pop some water in this, just the water that I've already used. So I'm just pulling some of that water up. Then all that I'm just going to do is just lightly, I'm just going to press in small areas. And then that's kind of going to do that same effect as to what I've just done a moment ago with the water brush. But what's going to happen is it's going to go into certain areas with the pipette. Now, if I then just leave that, you know, you can leave it for a minute or two. The longer you leave it, the more colour is going to pull out. So if I just start to pull out that with the kitchen roll, so if I just dab that away and then bring that closer for you to see. So if I bring that one in closer, I would then, of course, dry that with a heat tool. But you can see how just popping that water on with the pipette has started to pull that out. It's pulled that colour out, which is the faux bleaching effect. So then what I'm just going to do is if I bring this one in that I'd already done to show you, and I will just layer this last one up that I've just done just a moment ago. So pop that one to the side. I'm just using some of the orange colour card, which also comes within the box as well. Let's just take some of our tacky glue. You can use your double-sided tapes, you could use your tape runners. It's entirely up to yourself. So let's just pop some adhesive onto the back. So just give that a nice coverage, just like this. And we're just popping this on. Now, I've used one of the 5x7 card blanks, but of course, you can be using any of the different shaped cards. You're also getting some of your watercolour card that has some of your watermarked effect already done on it for you. So you can do resist effects, popping that on just like so. So then all that you would just do is come along just with the stamped sentiment, and that will give you that full on effect. But looking at that one that I've just done there, how I've gone a lot lighter when it comes to the colours, but then when it comes to the one I'd done before, how it really is a lot darker, it is a lot more intense when it comes to doing your sparkle ink techniques. So that's just another technique in which you can do where that is your full bleach in with pulling away some of that colour, all done with the brand new Sparkle Ink subscription box.